it up. Now let's go and hit on the cameras. Now on the back, like I stated before, triple camera setup on the S20 FE, a 12 megapixel wide angle lens, 8 megapixel telephoto lens, and then a 12 megapixel ultra wide sensor. Where on the iPhone 11 we have a 12 megapixel wide angle lens, and then a 12 megapixel ultra wide sensor. Now when it comes down to the software of both these devices, you can see they are roughly the same. You have the same features, photo, portrait, all that stuff, but I want to show you guys something very interesting. And even here, you can kind of see straight from the photo panel, one camera does look a little bit brighter and wider, and one looks more grainy. I feel like, in my opinion, the S20 FE already looks kind of like the better photo in my opinion, but that's not even what I'm trying to show you yet. If I scroll all the way to the side, you can see that how many more features you have on an S20 FE over an iPhone 11's camera. You're pretty much just stuck with, standard settings that we've had for so many years now. It's the same thing. S20 FE does take that to the next level, and that's something I always like about Androids. Now on the iPhone side, these photos are always going to look good. You have that ultra-wide sensor, which is really cool as well. And these photos and videos are always consistent. They always look good. They're not that grainy. You can do 4K at 60. It's a very good looking camera at the end of the day. And like I stated before, I haven't really had too many issues with it. It always looked good. Photos look really good. And I really don't have any issues with this specific camera. Whereas on the Galaxy S20 FE is more or less the same. I feel like this camera is also very good, but you have that additional telephoto lens, which is something you don't have on the iPhone 11. You can zoom in much more. On the iPhone 11, you can zoom out, but it's very good to have both in my opinion. Now on top of that, like I stated before, you have so many more settings built into this camera, and it's weird because even an iPhone 11 Pro doesn't really have that many pro features in the camera. You just have that additional telephoto lens. This one has pro video mode, pro photo mode, and so many other settings that I really wish Apple put into their iPhone 11. Will we see them eventually? Maybe, but as of right now, I think the S20 FE is probably the better camera setup when it comes down to both of these.